All right, so that was great. We learned a thing or two in there that's kind of interesting overall. I have no idea when we're gonna get story 3, 4, and 5 for the Traveler, but I assume it's as the game progresses with the other regions and stuff. Anyways, we have Albedo next. Birthday, September 13th, so a couple months away. Affiliation with the Knights of Favonius with the Geo Vision. I'm not gonna pronounce that constellation because I'll get it wrong. A genius known as the Khaenri'ah Prince. He is the chief alchemist and captain of the investigation team of the Knights of Favonius. Also, one of my favorite characters in all of Genshin Impact. So let's check it out. Character detail. Alchemy is an ancient art, and many of its secrets have been lost to history. The few commonly known alchemy techniques of today are but enough to put some broken odds and ends together, saving you the money you would have otherwise spent on glue. Nay, alchemy is not so ignorable an art, or so most alchemists would protest. But as far as the average citizen of Mondstadt was concerned, that was alchemy. At least until the day Albedo suddenly appeared and decided to stay in Mondstadt. This young man displayed the true prowess of alchemy in all, bringing with him a massive corpus of wisdom that even the Sumeru Academia did not possess. The universe is heaven reversed. The earth is the dream lost in time. This is dust, the most basic form of complex life. As if to provide evidence of this claim, Albedo lifted the burnt ash of a flower that once grew atop a Dendroslime's head. Seconds later, a Cecilia popped forth from the ashes in his hand. And this is new birth. I fucking love Albedo, dude. I love Albedo. I'm calling it, man. He has to be a homunculus, dude. He has to be a product of alchemy himself. He knows more than the Sumeru Academia. Those motherfuckers are galaxy brain. Those motherfuckers study the stars and shit. And Albedo just poof out of nowhere. I'm smarter. I know everything and anything, and I can do everything and anything at the touch of my fingertips. Absolute craziness. All right, character story 1. Albedo has a very important job within the Knights of Favonius, but does not often appear in public. Still, he does not have the strange and eccentric temper that people tend to assume of academics. In fact, he is earnest in all his dealings. He is, however, of the persuasion that it requires more energy to maintain relationships established on excessive enthusiasm. As a result, Albedo's equivalent on friendship involves maintaining an appropriate degree of distance. Yo, my man is the master of social distancing, just saying. Whether shutting himself away to work or traveling and gathering materials, no one in Mondstadt knows how to find him. Albedo's tendency to avoid social interactions does not make him a cold-hearted person. He is sincere and contented when instructing his assistants Timaeus and Sucrose. He finds pleasure in giving his sketches to the people of Mondstadt, yet he cannot help but feel sincere disappointment that Lisa, for all of her great talents, has chosen to remain a mere librarian. Oh boy. My man's out here like, Lisa, you could be doing so much more with your life. I'm so disappointed in you. Oh shit. So I guess basically he's just introverted. I do like that he even mentions that a couple of times when you've hung out with him in the past. I think during Windbloom, if I'm not mistaken. And he's just like, you know, he enjoys our company. He enjoys that we're smart. And I know, I think it was actually the recent event, the Midsummer Island Adventure. He mentions to the travelers, like, I love talking to you. You're intellectual. You're smart. I feel like I can have good banter. But yeah, Albedo is always like a hermit. He enjoys his work. He enjoys making breakthroughs and constantly learning shit. And so I don't know. I think that plays a lot into his personality, which I find very refreshing compared to all of the other characters in the game. Right, character story 2. Albedo only got into Mondstadt because of his master's recommendation letter. On some level, this statement is true. Nevertheless, Mondstadt's gates were ever open to all, and a recommendation letter is not strictly necessary. Indeed, it could be argued that Albedo's life would have been far more comfortable without the letter. This is because the recipient of the letter was the famed travel writer Alice, an old friend of Albedo's master Rhine-Dotir. Wait, we have a name? Rhine-Dotir? Is that how you say that? Albedo's master. Oh my god! We got a name, finally! After receiving the letter, Alice considered its request. So Rhine said that you'll need a laboratory, and not one of a size that a citizen would build either. I know. So just like that, she threw him into the Knights of Favonius. The work of the Knights is actually actually quite easy for Albedo, requiring only 5% of his elemental energy. Requiring only 5% of his energy. Albedo had imagined that the rest of his energy could be spent on experiments, with the knight's full range of apparatus at his disposal. And yet, Alice had a daughter named Klee. Yes, that Klee. Oh my god, this is so wholesome. We'll be a family from now on, treating her like a younger sister. From this day forth, remedying Klee's disasters would come to take up most of Albedo's remaining energy. Oh, this is so wholesome. He's like, all right, 5% of my energy is dealing with my work. The other 95% is dealing with Klee. That's so wholesome, though. I mean, it makes sense, right? But that's so good. Character story 3. Albedo has no memory of any blood relations. From birth, he was already adventuring deep within domains with his master. So he has no memories. That's alarming. Of course, Miss Alice, the Knights of Favonius, and the Traveler, who had a sense of the stellar depths about them. They are all important, and yet his master is unquestionably the most special to him. For Albedo, Ryan Doter is a woman? For Albedo, she is his only kin. She was a cold and strict woman who raised him and taught him the secret of alchemy. The universe is the dark essence of the truly starry sky, and the earth is the accumulated memories of time and lives. The chalk, that is you. The earth is where alchemy gets its name and is the basis for all that. Bro, you're alchemy. You are alchemy, dude. That's what that tells me. The universe is the stars. The earth is time. The chalk is you. The earth is where alchemy gets its name and is basis of all life. And this, she demonstrated her technique before him as a huge life form bursting from its culture tank in a shower, shattered fragments. This is new birth. There's some crazy ass shit going on. Alchemy's scary, bro. Hold me, chat. Oh my god. Okay, character story 4. Albedo once led a simple and contented existence. It is a free life of consideration, but dull in its monotony. His purpose centered on accompanying his teacher, executing her orders, and meeting her expectations. But one day, deep in the heart of a dungeon, teacher and apprentice discovered an artifact known as the Heart of Nibirius. Wait, what? And from then on, his teacher disappeared, leaving naught but a single note, a recommendation letter, and a classical text. Upon the letter was written, Albedo, go to Mondstadt, find my old friend Alice, and give her the recommendation letter. Complete your final assignment. Yeah, literally, mom, pick me up, I'm scared. Find my old friend Alice. So, like, Alice knows some strong motherfuckers, dude. She knows Mona's master. I wonder if Mona's master... Dude, so Alice is a strong and powerful sorceress. She knows Rhyndotir, which is probably like the fucking goddess of alchemy. And she knows Mona's master, who's also like her rival. Bro, there's like the freaking, what's it called? The three, I don't know. I wonder if they're all, there's like, all three of them are just like crazy, strong, like sorceresses. That's some crazy, like White Lotus shit. All right, where is it? Okay, complete your final assignment. The classical text was one of the last extant manuscripts of the Opus Magnum, which his teacher had kept with her. If one were to push the definition a little, she had left him another gift, the title of Prince, and with it, the acknowledgement that she had nothing further to teach him. In the past, Albedo's assignments have always been very difficult. He was always believed wholeheartedly that his teacher would make good of her threat to leave him, should he fail. But this assignment she had left to him was far too hard, far beyond the limit of his abilities. Does this mean, then, that he was fated to never complete it, and thus never see his teacher again? Your final assignment, show me the truth and the meaning of this world. Oh. So this kid needs to find out the meaning of life. Apparently the stars are a lie, so you're fated to fuck up and never see your master again. What the fuck? Dude, Albedo's lore is fucking crazy, dude. Character story 5. The alchemy that Albedo commands is wholly different from any of the arts practiced in the 7 nations of Teyvat. Ha! That's why Khaenri'ah is exempt. His lineage can be traced back to the nation of Khaenri'ah. Khaenri'ah was an underground realm, and its local fauna were few indeed. As such, its alchemy focused more heavily on the creation of life. The art of creation is known as the art of Khaenri'ah. Albedo had learned of this in his youth from reading his master's notes. The next page after soil is chalk, which was also something his master had mentioned. Chalk is a spotless soil and was used to make primordial man. And you're the chalk prince. Bruh! You're telling me Albedo isn't made from alchemy after you say chalk is what made man, and his quest and the event of 1.2 is literally the chalk prince and the dragon. Come on, bro. Now Albedo understands alchemy in far more depth than he did in the beginning, having also consolidated his understanding of knowledge. From soil was birthed chalk. The profundity of the statement is well known by Albedo. Such incomprehensible statements are bound up in the memories of his master. His master was not his birth mother, but Albedo... Oh, no. No, dude. His master was not his birth mother, but Albedo has no doubt that his life stems from her nonetheless. Yep, there it is. He is what Hohenheim is to Father, or the dwarf in the flask for any of you Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fans out there. Shit, I hope I'm not overthinking things. When parents tell their children about the meaning of this world, they must mean living a happy life, right? From time to time, Albedo finds himself musing on this sentiment. Albedo's artwork. Albedo developed his drawing habit while traveling with his master. At first, he would simply illustrate his notes, but eventually he would discover that drawing the details helped him understand the physical makeup of the object he examined, being the great utility of his alchemical studies. Indeed, drawing allowed him to enter a pleasant state of clarity, one in which the only things on his mind were the observations and the work in front of him. Thus, Albedo became the master artist without even having received formal training. Dude, this kid can do anything. When strolling through Mondstadt, he enjoyed capturing still life, particularly people in moments of joy. Sometimes he even gives his artwork to his unsuspecting models, believing that such transient enjoyment crystallized in a single moment is something to treasure. I love that he gives you a sketch on your birthday, and like that's like proof of it right there. And like he also says that he's like, when we get old, we tend to forget. So this sketch of you on your birthday will forever like immortalize this moment of you at this time, and you know, cherish it. So I love how they harken back to that here too. Albedo continued to refine his skills in this manner until one day when he was taken aback by illustrations from Inazuma. How is it that drawings of such generality could possess such narrative power? Amazed, he decided to give it a go himself. Eventually, after collaborating with a certain novelist by the name of Xingqiu, A Legend of Sword was printed and published. Unfortunately, it received middling reviews, being lambasted as a dictionary with divine damn Xingqiu, you fucked up. Wait, he knows Xingqiu? Wait, so they collaborated on a book? So Xingqiu did the story and Albedo did the drawings and it got like Xingqiu's work is what got criticized, but Albedo was like divine illustrations of Inazuma culture that he had never done before. That's so cool. That's so cool, dude. So Chongyu knows Xingqiu, Albedo knows Xingqiu. Dude, I never would have thought that. That shit's sick. I love Xingqiu as well. That's so awesome. All right, and last but not least, his vision. Gaining a vision came as little surprise to Albedo. He was like, yeah, I was waiting for this. Gaining a vision came as little surprise to Albedo. Indeed, when he received it, he gave it a single glance before carrying on with what he was doing. But bro, your ass got gifted by the gods and he was like, and then he gets back to work. He barely felt any wave of emotion at all, as if it was something to be taken for granted. As far as he was concerned, his vision is merely a tool with which he could more conveniently conduct his research. That which truly sparked joy within him is turning the unknown into the known. One day, he will understand all there is to know about this world, and visions themselves are no exception. Bro, I fucking love Albedo so much, dude. I can't even like put it into words. He's just so fascinating. He is probably the most interesting character of all the characters that and I think it's heavily based on like his story quests and like the Chalk Prince and the Dragon event. You know, I think all of that really worked in like selling me on Albedo. I already liked his gameplay. His gameplay is fun as fuck as well. And then also his collected miscellany, like the dialogue that Dainsleif provides for him at the time. I think that was what initially I was so hyped. I was so invested in him so early on, and he turned out to be one of my absolute favorite characters. It's so unfortunate too, because apparently Albedo's banner is the banner that sold the least, and a lot of people are learning the error of their ways because of the Misty Dungeon event, which lets you play as Albedo more extensively. And I know a lot of people are now Albedo believers and are going to be pulling for Albedo when his inevitable banner returns, and I'm really happy about that. I C6'd Albedo. He was the first character that I like actively wanted to C6 just because I loved him that much. But shit, dude, we learned about this kid's master. We learned that a lot, like his relationship with Alice, his relationship with Klee, the fact that a lot of his origins he doesn't know anything about his past. He doesn't have any blood relatives. He doesn't know anything outside of his master, and he's able to just he's a prodigy at anything he does. So he's kind of like perfection incarnate, it seems. So yeah, I loved it. I absolutely love all the details we got for Albedo. All right, let's check out his voiceovers.
I am Albedo, Chief Alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. You carry the aura of the stars.
Ooh.
Interesting. I would like to study you, if you do not mind.
Oh.
I'm certain we will have many opportunities to be alone in the future.
Craigasm.
What of you? How about a quick break so I can sketch this beautiful scenery?
They added their dialogue, like their idle chat dialogue.
The truth of this world. What could it be?
Oh, I love that they did that. I love some of his, I like this first one, like, what a view, so I can sketch this beautiful scenery. I love that.
Going out into the world and investigating, turning the unknown into the known.
Yep. Ah, man.
I miss this feeling.
I love how this is called reminiscing, because I'm reminiscing on when I played. I haven't used Albedo since 1.3, which is when I, 1.3 was when I Friendship 10'd him. So I haven't used this man in months. Like, I haven't used this man in like 4 or 5 months, I think. And, I miss him so much. That's so, God, I love him so much, dude.
The soil is moist, ideal for collecting the roots of boom blossoms. No, please. Allow me to handle this.
When it snows.
Master.
The only other place that I can think of, where would it snow? Does it snow in Khaenri'ah? I don't know if they're from Khaenri'ah, but interesting. When it snows, he says he refers to his master. Interesting.
Ample light. Active biological organisms. Yes, this is a good place to sketch.
Yeah, I guess Dragonspine, but like, why would he be reminiscing on his master when it snows is what I'm wondering. Unless they have history at Dragonspine as well. Dragonspine must be relevant to Albedo and Rhine.
Good morning. Are we going to search for ancient relics today?
Yeah, so these are going to be really quick, because again, it's not Paimon and Aether both talking to each other.
Good afternoon. I heard your footsteps. My. It certainly is lively outside of the workshop.
I wonder what his laboratory looks like.
It's gotten quiet outside. Good night. You go ahead and rest. I will just finish one last experiment before bed. If you are interested in the results, I can discuss them with you tomorrow.
This guy is in the Knights of Favonius lab trying to understand, trying to make a breakthrough in the meaning of life and the truth of this world. Like, I can only imagine what he's doing.
Genius. A number of people call me that. But I don't think I'm any genius.
No, he just got perfect RNG on your life.
Relationships are quite troublesome. Once you establish a relation with someone, you must continue to maintain it. If you lose contact, you must reestablish the relation. This taxing cycle requires a lot of time.
Damn, Albedo's like, I'm better off experimenting. I mean, that's true. That is true, though. Like, that's relationships in a fucking nutshell. Friendships, significant others, family, you know, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work.
You want to accompany me while I experiment? I'm honored. Oh, don't be nervous. My experiments may be dangerous, but no one gets hurt. Most of the time.
How do you pronounce the voice actor? Is it Koi Dao? I think that's, it says it right here at the bottom, but I don't know how to pronounce it. I love their fucking voice. I love the performance that they do for Albedo. It's so, I don't know what it is. Like, I just love, Albedo's voice is so soothing. I just love it. I'm like freaking, I'm like cheesing for Albedo, and I just love, he's such a great character, man. I love Albedo so much.
Would you oblige me by serving as my assistant? After observing so many experiments, you surely know a good deal about alchemy by now. Relax. We will work together. I don't think you will have any problems. I have faith in my ability to instruct you, and even more faith in your exceptional talents.
Damn, we're Albedo's assistant? Yo, sign me up, dude. Dude, I was so gassed when Albedo was in the Midsummer Island adventure. I was like, bro, Albedo and Razor? Was this event made for me, dude? Dude, I was so happy when Albedo was there. I was not expecting him in a million years.
My vision? Ah, that's nothing more than the tool to aid in my experiments.
The music.
No different from a beaker or crucible. The one thing about it that really intrigues me is the principle behind how it works. One day, I will uncover its secrets. It's only a matter of time.
Damn. The gods are just like sweating like, oh shit, he's on to us. What do we do?
There's something I've always wanted to ask you, but feared rejection and disappointment.
Oh.
I am very interested in your little floating companion.
Paimon?
May I borrow her to investigate for a short while?
Actually, I would let him. I want to know about Paimon just as much as Albedo. That's funny how he just was like, how do I say this without sounding weird?
You would like to know more about petrified trees? Actually, the petrified trees you have come across in domains aren't that ancient.
Whoa.
Truly ancient trees usually grow to around 1 or 2 miles in height. Oh, and there's a kind of large spider that lives around their roots.
What the heck?
If you tie one up in Cape jasmine and lemongrass, and sprinkle on some cardamom, smoke it for a few hours, you get a fragrant taste that's simply unforgettable.
Wait, the petrified trees are not that old? Interesting.
Family. Although Alice has always asked me to call her mother.
Aw.
When I think of the idea of family, my master comes to mind first. My earliest memories in life are of going on adventures with her. She taught me the art of alchemy and much knowledge about the world. Perhaps even the words family and master are incapable of fully expressing her meaning to me.
Aw, that's so wholesome, dude. I hope we get to see his master. That'd be cool if she's on the banner someday, too.
Sucrose? I think I more or less understand why she's so dedicated to her research in bioalchemy. Either way, I'm happy to see her succeed more and more in her endeavors.
Pog.
Working with Sucrose on alchemy research is quite pleasant, but she has some stubborn qualities in regards to certain aspects unrelated to research.
Oh?
For example, I have told her numerous times to just call me Albedo, since we are about the same age.
Oh.
But she insists on addressing me in an excessively formal manner. Whatever she prefers, I guess.
I mean, like, what is she calling him? Like, Cryptoprince? If she's calling him by that, I'd be like, alright, you need to stop. Alright, you need to relax.
Lisa? I always am impressed by the valuable perspectives she brings to discussions.
Oh yeah, Mr. Albedo. Yep, okay.
But is a person with her talents satisfied with such a basic occupation as librarian? There must be some hidden reason for this.
Is Lisa, like, playing the long con as well? Razor's mentioned the purple teacher before, too, so I wonder, we don't really know much about Lisa. I mean, maybe we will by the end of this, because she's all the way at, like, the tail end with Kaya. But, yeah, I'm interested to learn about Lisa as well.
Indeed.
Aww.
I view Klee as my younger sister.
Aww.
Whenever she gets herself into some explosive sort of trouble, I can only console myself with the fact that her current destructiveness is nothing compared to that of Miss Alice.
Oh my god, Klee is a mini Alice? Oh man, we need to get her on the banner someday, dude. Imagine having an adult Klee. That's actually crazy. That's crazy to think about. Wow. I'm actually really excited. I mean, I've always been excited to get more information on Alice, especially after the Midsummer Island adventure, but Alice is gonna be fun.
Jean. She has served exceptionally well as acting Grandmaster. One can even say she is more reliable than Grandmaster Varka.
Oh, don't let him hear you say that.
Perhaps in our hearts, we all eagerly await the day she can become the official Grandmaster herself.
Hell, I mean, if Varka takes forever, it might as well make her the official Grandmaster.
Oh, Xingqiu. I find his written works quite interesting.
Yeah, apparently.
The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has been asking that I cooperate with a different author for greater royalties. Do I seem the type to be swayed by a few extra mora?
Yeah, fuck you. Xingqiu's my boy. Ride or die homies. I love that. That's really nice. Wow, the freaking publishing house was like, yeah, that last book was pretty boring on his part, but we loved you. Can you work with somebody else and we'll toss you some more coin? And he's just like, you just dissed my boy? Fuck you, I'm out of here. I love how he didn't leave Xingqiu out to dry. I appreciate that.
Barbara. She's a very earnest deaconess. I once had the opportunity to sketch her a simple portrait.
Ooh.
What happened to the sketch?
Oh, come on!
Yes, Albert offered to purchase it, but I rejected his bid and gave it to the acting Grandmaster. Social relations really require a lot of effort.
Why is MiHoYo so insistent on tying Albert to everything that's remotely about Barbara? It's so fucking annoying. This guy's so annoying. Get out of here, bro. You're about to take Pallad's freaking spot as the worst NPC in Genshin Impact. I need to fight this guy. I swear to God. Anyways, more about Albedo.
Have a question for me? Go ahead, ask. It doesn't take too long to ask a single question, does it? I'm about to begin the final stage of an experiment. Oh, by the way, did you know that without human manipulation, You would need to harness the power of a sun 8 times the size of our own in order to naturally create gold.
Interesting.
The time required to sketch portraits closely correlates with one's mood. I could spend half a day sketching Huffman. Well, I might only need 3 strokes of the pencil to sketch Kaya. 1 for the face, 1 for the eye patch string, and 1 for the eye patch.
Bruh. Why is Albedo talking about Kaya, who is also from Khaenri'ah? And he mentions the eye patch. Bro, there's something about it, I swear.
What do I do besides sketching and research? I will occasionally read novels from Inazuma and Liyue. They contain many fascinating ideas which can sometimes provide me with unexpected inspirations for my own creations. Even now, I find the Negrito processing stage of alchemy passed down by my master to be full of mystery. What did my master want to create using this technique? My research is far from over. I will require your help to investigate further.
Let me just mention this now before I forget. I'm also very intrigued to find out, like, what Albedo mentioned, like, what Albedo meant by, like, at the end of his story quest, when he talks about, like, if he were to lose control, if he were to destroy Mondstadt or whatever, would I be able to stop him? And I'm just like, I wonder if he's just a tool for his master, like if he's gonna eventually become like this end game weapon to be used and turned on by whoever, you know what I mean? That's something that I've wondered since that, and it would suck too. I wonder, and again, it kind of like tied in with Durin a little bit, so I don't know if he's gonna be like the next Durin, but we'll have to wait and see.
Besides research, the activity I spend most of my time on is probably sketching. At first, I saw it simply as a way to better study the structure of living things and materials, so as to aid me in my experiments. But it eventually became a hobby of mine. Indeed, it is a very good way to relax.
Nice.
There's just never enough time, is there? Even when I remove the most troublesome matters from my schedule, I still can't find enough time for everything.
Yeah, dude, I'm right there with you, buddy.
I really do enjoy having dessert. How can I put it? When both physical and mental capacity are spent, high-energy materials further provide a kind of primordial, highly effective boost.
AKA, I like sweets, I like snacks. Least favorite food.
What food do I dislike? Large portions of meat at restaurants?
What?
I have a rather small appetite.
Okay.
So a meal like that only ends up in tragedy. Either I overeat and the joy of the taste is lost, or I don't finish it and the food is wasted.
Damn.
I decided to simply not go to restaurants.
Aw.
Although that has also meant I must spend more time preparing my own food.
Hey, that saves you some money, dude. That'll go a long way. I love how you love sweets, but you hate actual meals. I'm gonna skip the birthday ones just because I've already done, like, I did an entire stream on the birthdays, so I'm just gonna skip the birthdays. Also, not every character is gonna have their ascension, because I don't have every character ascended, so this is probably gonna be a little bit of like a loophole, because I was supposed to do all plot stuff, but some characters are not completely ascended, so I won't be able to get all of these.
Negrito is the first step in alchemy, drawing from primordial forms.
Oh.
As beings who live in this world, we must find our own meaning.
I feel like the ascensions are gonna be really important, and there are some characters, Kaya in particular, I don't have his.
Albedo is the step in which change begins, clearing away the excess so we can take on all the knowledge that is available. Would you like to investigate this world with me?
Wait, what? Wait, what? His name is a part of alchemy too? Negrito, Albedo, Rubedo? What?
Rubedo in alchemy refers to the refining of feeling. I feel
You've gotta be kidding me!
The refining of my own emotions is also thanks to you.
He's at the second stage? Was his name Negrito before we met him?
Citrinitus is the final stage of the alchemical transmutation process. The meaning of the object being transmuted has finally been brought to light, becoming gold and revealing its true value. I too have found my own meaning.
What the fuck? That is kind of cool. That's so cool. Even his name.
Albedo is the step in which change begins, clearing away the excess so we can take on all the knowledge that is available. Would you like to investigate this world with me?
Holy shit, I was not expecting that. Negrito, Albedo, Rubido, and Citrinitas. All right, well, Albedo's, he's a 4-stage Pokemon. He's at stage 2 right now, apparently. And, at his final stage, he's gonna perform a transmutation process and be completely transformed and turn to gold and destroy the planet. I'm calling it right now. That's his Mega Evolution. Yeah, so he's got stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, Mega Evolution, and then GG boys. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yeah, there's no way he's not a product of alchemy. I can't wait till they confirm that shit so I can finally, like, leap for joy.